microphone is working. Hi, everybody. Welcome to our November graduation ceremony. It is a National Graduation Day here at Canine Companions. My name is Emily Bell, Executive Director of our North Central region. You know, November is a month of gratitude. And here at Canine Companions, we have so much to be thankful for. We're thankful that today marks that major celebration as we graduate our final cohort of students in our golden year. Today, 64 different teams across the country are graduating with their new service and facility dogs. In addition, we have 232 puppies returning to our training centers to start their professional training journey. November and every month of the year, here at Canine Companions, we are proud to support the individuals who have served our country. As of today, we're thrilled to share that we have served over 600 veterans since the founding of Canine Companions. As we celebrate Veterans Day this coming Tuesday, we are reminded of the sacrifices that these heroes have made, and we are honored to give back to our veterans through the power of the bond with our life-changing service dogs. If you are a military veteran, would you please raise your hand or stand, and we would love to recognize you. Thank you all for your service. Now, I'd be remiss if I didn't also share that our Veterans Day fundraising campaign runs now through the end of November. To those who are interested in contributing, you can go online to our website, canine.org/Veterans Day. In fact, from right here in our North Central region, we had 2 generous donors say that they would match other individuals' contributions up to $75,000. So the first additional $75,000 we get to this campaign will be matched, which is really, really exciting. And we thank our donors for their generosity. We also want to take a moment to thank our 1,100 puppy raisers and our 170 breeder caretakers at the organization for loving and caring for the next generation of service dogs. We also want to thank our 5,000 volunteers across the country and our 186 therapy dog handlers for extending the impact of Canine Companions. To our thousands of donors, you make days like today possible. And finally, to our clients, thank you. We have over 2,800 teams that we have placed in our 50-year history. And with the addition of you all, you are making our community just a little bit bigger. It's also notable that here in our region, in our 50th year, we have 2 clients in 2025 who have received their 5th successor dog, which is pretty remarkable. And I think it speaks to the credibility of this organization that we all know and love. We also have the honor of extending gratitude to 2 key partners in our work. First, Bread Financial. Since 2021, our relationship with Bread Financial has continued to grow. And this year, in honor of our golden anniversary, Bread made a historic investment of $500,000 to support Canine Companions. transformational gift will help carry our mission forward, funding the vital projects needed to be able to increase the number of leashes we're able to place in the hands of our clients who need them. Thank you, Brett, for your commitment. I also have the pleasure of recognizing another incredible partnership, Culver's Restaurants. In 2023, our volunteers in our Heartland chapter in Greater Kansas City had a chance encounter with the team at Culver's. From there, an idea was born. And our Heartland chapter has worked hand in hand with the team at Culver's to bring to fruition the Make Your Meal Matter campaign. Over this past summer, the campaign included fundraisers hosted by 28 different Culver's locations and raised $100,000 to support our North Central region. Culver's has invested wholeheartedly in our mission, and we are thrilled to have a number of representatives from the Culver's group here with us today from Kansas City. Thank you, Culver's. And thank you to our Heartland volunteers. I'm almost done, I promise. This may be our last Golden National graduation ceremony, but the celebration continues. While the year ends soon, our 50th anniversary will be celebrated through July of 2026. Here at Canine Companions, we get to witness a lot of joy, and we don't take that for granted. I know all of you in the audience don't either. There are two things that bring many of our advocates joy: the Peanuts characters and swag. I also get to share that in honor of today, we have 20 of these special shirts available in our gift shop after the ceremony. With a $50 donation to Canine Companions, a shirt like this can too be yours. So make sure you head on over. Someone's excited. Make sure you head on over to the gift shop after the ceremony and we can help you with this. Okay, I now have the pleasure of passing the mic to Suzanne Slicklin, Puppy Program Manager, to spread more of that joy.
Excuse me, coming out of a cold, so get into my speaking voice here. Hello, I'm Suzanne, the Puppy Program Manager. We are coming to the end of our 50th year, and what a ride it has been. Through movie inspiration, let's talk about puppy raising. Puppy raising starts with you, a sweet, caring, vibrant family of an individual that hears about Canine Companions, is drawn to the human-animal bond. You decide to start the application, you watch an online graduation, or maybe you attended a dog fest or saw an influencer dog on TV. You think to yourself, turning the dog in is going to be hard, but the mission of Canine Companions to provide service dogs to people with disabilities really hits home. So you take the leap, and after the interview and watching the puppy raising basics, you realize you were given an offer you couldn't refuse. You are apprehensive, but take the next step. But oh, the anticipation. You now have your hands full with this little bundle of joy. The look in the puppy's eye gives you pause, but puppies are adorable. How bad could it be? You and your family start off on this journey filled with resources from the community page, puppy class mentors, staff. The journey will be perfect. Little did you know that something was lurking in the water. The teeths. Oh, the teeths, do they hurt? You are really questioning, what did I get myself into? All the information, the barking, the little land shark, the chewing, what do? We're gonna need a bigger cape. You find your people who help you on your quest. What is the air speed of an unladen swallow? You did not know a swallow could carry a coconut, but you press on knowing that there are people to answer, what does Lima stand for? Hello, gorgeous. You are starting to get this. Things are falling into place. You've got this. This puppy is the best puppy at puppy class. Progress reports are all marked in the green. Life is good, but then, bam. He who is valiant and pure of spirit may find the Holy Grail in the castle of Arg. The hormones kick in. The sweet, cuddly puppy is now a teenager, and not listening, you lose your confidence. But true grit is, as John Wayne said, is making a decision and standing by it and doing what must be done. You persevere. Persistence in puppy raising is key. The 9 to 12 month crazies are a thing, but in the end, a proud, regal puppy stands before you, keen to show the world what compassionate service means. The human-animalist bond is strong, and you are proud. You find yourself a different puppy raiser now, not nervous or apprehensive, but confident with a positive can-do attitude. What you once feared, you now embrace. You found your people, all because of a dog. And today, the journey comes to an end. It is up to the puppy from here. You step away knowing you did all that you could. 16 months flew by like a cuckoo bird, and now you are part of a family. Maybe a family you didn't expect, but we know you'll be back. Just when you think you're out, we'll pull you back in. Just so everyone is aware, February we are going to have a blizzard of puppies, so everyone gets a puppy. So please send in those applications. All right. So, 1976, Viking landing. The Viking 1 landed on Mars. The future is bright for Canine Companions. Thank you, puppy raisers, for all your hard work, dedication, time, patience, expense, humor, compassion, patience, and teamwork. We've come a long way from a pet rock. Here's to another 50 years. Thank you, everyone. Round of applause for our puppy raisers. All right, so let's sit back and watch the puppy picture presentation. No sharks, I promise. So puppy raisers, Sylvia, get your charm from Sylvia, and then around our interpreter, behind the screens, and then back to your spot. So, all right. First off, I would like to recognize Donna James DeVere and Nori James from Fayette, Missouri, who raised Trey. I'd like to recognize Patty Vi from Vermilion, Ohio, who raised Nano the third, and Nano is a donor name, right? Yep, one of our dog fast names. Yep, thank you. I'd like to recognize Yolanda Gonzalez and Jamie Navarrete from Tiffin, Ohio, who raised Evan the ninth. They say no, there are no words that can explain what is truly happening right now but love. Thank you. I'd like to recognize Jacqueline Gilmore from Tiffin, Ohio, also, who raised Puppy Cheddar. Yay! I'd like to recognize Don and Laura Stull from Fremont, Ohio, who raised Halen, not Hal from 2001, Halen the third. I'd like to recognize Brain Carter and Carol Filkins from Noblesville, Indiana, who raised Jenkins III. Just like his sister Jessup, Jenkins chews every bit of food. That's right. She's a slow eater. Well, an interval chewer. I'd like to recognize Robin DeMott from St. Louis, Missouri, who raised Tab the third, first-time puppy raiser of Tab, a Cali girl who never met a treat she didn't like. Thank you. And this is a shout out to Robin, who had probably the most interesting, bizarre phone interviews with me, and I appreciate her understanding. I'd like to recognize Jan and Bill Van Ramhorst from Beecher, Illinois, who raised our little Relish. Yay. I see the seventh dog and retiring, maybe? Maybe that would be it. Because we need puppy raisers in February. I'd like to recognize Larry and Sherry Stratton from Richland, Michigan, who raised Jan the fourth. Just Jan, just one Jan. I'd like to recognize Wendy Fowler from Danville, Indiana, who raised Portia the seventh. Woohoo! Getting tangled. This was hard. Poor Sylvia's got multiple tasks. Would you like someone to hold her? Yes. This is called good dog training here. I'd now like to recognize Fran Hawking from Plymouth, Michigan, who raised Felice the fifth. I'd like to recognize Trisha Lazaner from Chicago, Illinois, who raised Dupree. Big sweet Dupree. I'd like to recognize Justine Weingartner from Waynesfield, Ohio, who raised Eve the sixth. I'd like to recognize Jim and Lucy Litchfield and Julia Havey from Downers Grove, Illinois, who raised Dia. Ready to go. I'd like to recognize Marty Marlatt from Columbus, Ohio, who raised Flint the 11th. I'd like to recognize Deb Moss from Westerville, Ohio, who raised the whitest Miss Breslin. So pretty. The second. The first of our 2 prison dogs, which we're super excited to have in for professional training. I'd like to recognize Carolyn Odom, who started Mojo, Christy Scott Bartman, who managed Mojo in between, and Michael Patterson from Southeastern Correctional, who was his primary handler. So thank you, Michael. Yay! I'd like to recognize Michael, Charlie, and Elise Berlin from Bexley, Ohio, who raised Clancy the 4th. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I'd like to recognize Karen St. Pierre from Nahawka. Did I get that? Nebraska. All right. Who raised Gallman, another donor name. First-time puppy raiser, Gully Bear nickname. Oh, that is adorable. Little Gully Bear. I'd like to recognize Leanne and Denver York from Richmond, Kentucky, who raised Harmony the 10th. Yay! Thank you. I'd like to recognize Bill and Linda Cleveland from Grand Rapids, Michigan, who raised Puppy Jessup. And Bill and I are on an AI kick. He's coming to Puppy. No one else knows that but me. So. Oh, nice. I'd like to recognize Debbie Sloan from Kansas City, Missouri, who raised Drake the 6th. I'd like to recognize Susan Haddad from Leawood, Kansas, who raised Ludwig the 2nd. I'd like to recognize Ellie Anderson from Minneapolis, Minnesota. She still lives here in Columbus in my mind, from Jermaine, who raised Jermaine the 3rd. I'd like to recognize, also from the far north, Denaz and Mike Tinglestad from Chaplin, Minnesota, who raised Sky the 8th. And special thanks to Sam and Jessica Harris from Delaware, Ohio, who raised Habanero, who let me put your picture all the way up on the big screen, and all the other little things like opening battery packs in the middle of matriculation. So thank you on your 6th puppy. Yay. I'd like to recognize Patricia O'Connor from Chicago, Illinois, who raised Donnie the 2nd. Thank you. I'd like to recognize Harold and Chris McHenry from Carroll Stream, Illinois, who raised the most human name, Michelle the 3rd. Michelle is the 8th puppy raised by the McHenry family. Yay! I'd like to recognize Martha Livingston, who is the puppy starter and helper in the middle, for Puppy Lancaster, who was raised by Brian Tevis at Southeastern Correctional. So go, Brian. Thank you. You know that they are watching. I actually knew that. I'd like to recognize Nick and Elizabeth Ramagnano, I wasn't going to mess it up, who raised Winola the 3rd. I'd like to recognize Jim and Janie Bound from North Royalton, Ohio, who raised Axel the seventh. And if you guys were wondering, we do have a very large turn-in group. So I'd like to now welcome and thank Michael and Pam Wright from Blue Springs, Missouri, who raised Gray, G-R-A-E. It's okay. I'd like to recognize Dan and Karen Frederich from Westerville, Ohio, who raised Mario the third. Our first Canine Companions, Mario didn't stay small and grew fast and big. With 9 grandchildren, Mario has had no dull moment. All of the grandkids waiting to tell him to speak, sit down, then a treat. That's maybe why Mario was 77 pounds and diet. The kibble says that the end of this thing is better than the beginning. So our journey at the beginning, but Mario's is beginning. Yay! I'd like to recognize Gianna Ferrara, who from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, from our college club, who raised Reed the second. And I'd like to recognize the Forbush family from New Richmond, Wisconsin, who raised Yuba the seventh. Thank you. I'd like to quickly recognize Chris Jensen and Laura Lorenzi from Madison, Wisconsin, who raised France the second. Erin Schoenecker from Madison, Wisconsin, also, who raised Echo the seventh. John and Raylan Phillips from Kisman, Ohio, who raised Keebler. And I think we got everyone. And so thank you. Big heart out to all of you guys turning in puppies today. Thank you to Mr. Patterson and Mr. Tevis out at Southeastern. Thank you, everyone, for all of your hard work. Let's give a good, big round of applause for our puppy raisers. All right. So next up on the docket here is our breeding program. Canine Companions breeding program is an essential component of the mission to ensure the success and health of our dogs. Each of the Canine Companions puppies, service dogs, and facility dogs you see crossing the stage today were specially bred for these important jobs. Our breeding program is based out of headquarters in Santa Rosa, California. These breeders will be a part of future generations of service dogs, and we can't wait to see their puppies that changes lives. I want to recognize, so if you are here in the room, please acknowledge or stand up. But I'd like to recognize Puppy Benito, who went on to become one of our breeders, raised by Carissa Miles from Indiana. I'd like to recognize Colleen, another very human name, who is now a breeder, who was raised by Ann Culloch here in Columbus. I'd like to recognize Nancy Wright and her family from Fishers, Indiana, who raised Vernon, and Karen Green from Michigan, who raised Wine, and Lori Morgan, who raised Sakari. We are super excited, yay, for everything, and a big shout out because now you have one more notch in your belt for all the ways you help Canine Companions. So we are super excited to see all the little puppies coming down the pipeline. And again, I'm gonna throw in a plug. We need puppy raisers, especially in February. So think about it. We'll get back. All right, everyone sit back and enjoy now the breeder presentation.
Hi there, my name is Adrena Spracker. I'm the program director, and I have the pleasure of introducing you or reintroducing you to a special guest for the Veteran Challenge Coin presentation. This is retired U.S. Army Captain Jay Houston with service dog Wilson. Wilson is Jay's 4th service dog with Canine Companions. Jay dedicated 20 years of his life to serving our country. He spent the last 21 continuing to serve as a civil servant. Jay says that he doesn't think he could have continued to do what he does without his service dogs by his side. Thank you, Jay.
So, challenge coin, what is it? Normally it's a, so normally has your organization's emblem, insignia on it. It's meant to boost morale, and normally a commander would show up and the troops were doing a good job. You might just hand it out and say, good job, here's a coin. It was meant to, like I said, boost morale, esprit de corps, and it meant a lot to the troops to get a coin. You collect them. What do you do with a challenge coin? Well, you don't want to be caught without one, because you're going to get caught in a coin check. And if you get caught without your coin, and if you're in a bar, you're going to buy a round for everybody. So, yes, I have a coin with me. 41 years now, I've carried one. So it doesn't have to be military or, police, law enforcement carry them, firefighters carry them, the War Department, you can get them at the Pentagon, and a lot of them also come with rank. So somebody might coin check you and think, I got you, but then you pull out one that's got like a 3-star general on there. You just outranked him and he's buying you the beer or soda or whatever you prefer. So at this time, any veterans here that haven't received the 50th Canine Companion Anniversary coin, I would be honored to present you with one. Thank you. Oh, we got more. Thank you for your service.
Sorry for the noise. And I now have the pleasure of introducing you guys to our class instructors for the last 2 weeks, Zach, Renee, and Natalie, in some order in which they're going to come up.
All right. Hi, everybody. I am Zach Fry, and I had the honor and the privilege of helping teach our November 2025 team training class. We've had a busy 2 weeks. I think by the end of the second Tuesday, everybody was ready to collapse. That includes the trainers. But you all did it. You're here. So 2 weeks ago, this class started like many others, with a quiet, reserved group of students who were eager but nervous to meet their new partners. After a couple days of interacting with different dogs, our students learned which dog was going to be theirs on their third day of class. From that point on, It was nothing but practice, lectures, practice, field trips, practice, and of course, practice. But something was happening in the background during all of that work. We watched new relationships bloom and bonds strengthen in real time. We saw teams learn to problem solve in new situations. We formed a community that shared success. It wasn't uncommon for the class to hold their breath while watching someone try a difficult task and then erupt into cheers and sighs of relief when they accomplished it. Even when they didn't realize it, they were helping each other along the way. And as we welcome these new graduates into the Canine Companions family, let's share in their success once more by giving them another round of applause. All right, and now I will pass the mic to Natalie, another one of our class instructors.
I have the pleasure to introduce our November 2025 team training graduates. So first going to have Benton come up and Teresa and Brad. Benton came from here in Ohio with his parents and facilitators, Sarah and Andrew, to receive his first service dog. He was matched with an easygoing, go-with-the-flow dog named Wabash. Wabash was raised by Teresa and Brad from Indiana. You may now pass the leash to Benton. Next up will be Mackenzie and Stacy, and then Sylvia, you can come up as well. Mackenzie traveled all the way from Kansas with her mom and facilitator, Stacy, to receive her first service dog. She was matched with a cuddly and loving dog named Jubilee the 6th. Jubilee was raised by Sylvia from Indiana. You may now pass the leash to Mackenzie. And then Courtney can come on up, and Margie and Guy. Courtney came from Michigan to receive her second service dog. She was matched with an affectionate, gentle dog named Ginny the 5th. Ginny was raised by Margie and Guy from here in Ohio. You may now pass the leash to Courtney. Next up is Carson and John and Diane. Carson came from Ohio with his mom and facilitator, Alexis, to receive his first service dog. He was matched with an equally playful and hard-working dog named Launcher. Launcher was raised by John and Diane from Pennsylvania. You may now pass the leash to Carson. Alright, up next we'll have Connor and Philip and Elizabeth. team training from here in Ohio to receive his first service dog. He was matched with a calm and quite possibly one of our most unique looking dogs, Hyacinth III. Hyacinth was raised by Philip and Elizabeth here in Ohio. You may now pass the leash to Connor. All right, so Rich, we'll have you come up, and Dave and Bev. Rich traveled from Nebraska to receive his 5th service dog. He was matched with a sweet, laid-back dog named Helix the 5th. Helix was raised by Dave and Bev here in Ohio. You may now pass the leash to Rich. All right, Amanda, you can come on up, and Beth. Amanda came to team training from here in Ohio to receive her 3rd service dog. She was matched with a smart and attentive dog named Kerr. Kerr was raised by Beth in Michigan. You may now pass the leash to Amanda. All right, Colleen, you can come on up, and Ashley.
Good job, girlfriend.
Colleen came from here in Ohio to receive her 2nd facility dog. She was matched with a laid-back, bold soul named Sly II. Sly was raised by Ashley here in Ohio. You may now pass the leash to Colleen. All right, Rochelle, you can come up with Stephanie, Jason, and Julian. Rochelle came from here in Ohio to receive her 1st facility dog. She was matched with a chill but also super playful dog named Mayor II. Mayor was raised by Stephanie, Jason, and Julian in Indiana. You may now pass the leash to Rochelle. All right, Billy and Tom and Bonnie. Billy also came from here in Ohio to receive her 1st facility dog. She was matched with an outgoing and playful dog named Puff II. Puff was raised by Tom and Bonnie in Indiana. You may now pass the leash to Billy. All right, Trevor and Sharon, Marty, and Chris. You can come up. Last but certainly not least, we have Trevor, who traveled from New York to receive his 2nd service dog. He was matched with a happy, loving dog named Wild III. Wild was raised by Sharon, Marty, and Chris, spending some time in Ohio and Kansas. You may now pass the leash to Trevor. right, I'm going to have Trevor stay up here. He's graciously agreed to be our class speaker to share his story and experience. So we're going to get him all set up so you guys can hang tight and relax, and then we'll have him go.
All right, a little disclaimer, if things go south, my cousin Sawyer is gonna finish this speech for me, I hope. Thank you, I'm Trevor, this is my service dog, Wild II. These past 2 weeks have been a whirlwind of emotions. Before I get to the really hard part, I wanna make sure I say thank you to the volunteers, staff, and trainers here at Canine Companions. You've made these last 2 weeks not only manageable, but truly meaningful, and assured me that everything was going to be okay. I also want to say a huge thank you to all of our class's puppy raisers. You're the foundation of everything we're celebrating today, and selfishly, an extra special thank you to Wild's puppy raisers. Thank you for loving him and preparing him for this journey with me. It was really great watching all of the new teams bond and grow throughout these last 2 weeks. I know firsthand just how amazing a Canine Companion service dog can be, and so do several of my other classmates who are receiving their successor dogs. On May 28, 2010, I suffered a spinal cord injury that left me a quadriplegic. I did my rehab at Kessler Institute for Rehabilitation in New Jersey, where my occupational therapist had a Canine Companions facility dog named Pete. That was the first time I learned about service dogs and this organization. Then, while attending an exercise-based therapy program in California, I noticed several of the other clients had Canine Companion service dogs. Eventually, I moved to New Albany, Ohio, where I happened to meet a local service dog graduate team. He told me I needed to put my application in ASAP, so I did. And then luckily in May 2016, I graduated with my first service dog, Dre, up in Delaware, Ohio, a few years before this beautiful campus was built. Before Dre, I couldn't really be left on my own. I needed help picking up dropped items, my phones, remotes, whatever. But with him by my side, I was able to be a bit more independent. With him by my side, I gained not just independence, but the confidence to go out anywhere in the world on my own. I was so lucky to live here when I received Dre. I know that the staff is just a phone call away if issues came up, but it was really great to be so close and help out with the capital campaign to help fundraise for this facility. As a Canine Companions ambassador, I've been able to spread information about the organization with others, from reading in elementary schools across the country, to attending puppy classes with Dre, again across the country, to show those puppy raisers just how amazing their dogs are, and show them what they're actually doing for people like us. Let's see. And to the random strangers that want to learn about these amazing dogs and this amazing organization, Canine Companions. I'm really looking forward to introducing Wild to the world and beginning this next chapter of our lives together. I knew all along when I got Dre that I wanted to get a successor service dog. So as Dre was getting older, I started the application process. At the beginning of September, I got that amazing invitation to come to team training. I accepted it right away. The plan was to receive my service dog while Dre enjoyed his well-earned retirement with my mom. Unfortunately, that did not happen. Cancer really stinks. Dre passed away Saturday, October 18th, just 1 week before I came out to team training. Every day since has been difficult. One of the most difficult times was when I dropped my wallet in my van and couldn't get it because I didn't have Dre. But now, come to think about it, the most difficult part was writing this speech. There were and are so many mixed emotions going into this team training. A good friend of mine said it very well. She said, "I'm sure it is very bittersweet. I'm going to be praying that training goes well and God gives you the exact right puppy, not to ever replace Dre, but to be just what you need for this part of your journey. God is close to the brokenhearted, and He knows exactly what you need." Those words have stuck with me throughout this process. Wild will never replace Dre, but I know he's exactly who I need for this next chapter. I'm grateful beyond words to have him by my side as we move forward together. Thank you again to everyone who has made this possible, the trainers, volunteers, puppy raisers, and my fellow classmates. I hope every team has a long and happy relationship.
Thank you, Trevor. That was very well said, and we are excited to see Wild carry on Dre's wonderful legacy. Let's go ahead and give the November 2025 class another round of applause. And then I'm going to turn your attentions to the screens. We're going to play a little slideshow presentation just highlighting the past 2 weeks. So sit back and relax. And thank you, Kayleen, for putting this together, our PR and marketing coordinator.
My name's Amanda, and this is Service Dog Kerr. I'm hoping that Kerr kind of steps in, not that he can replace my old service dogs, but kind of step in and sort of fill that role just in daily activities, from pulling the laundry basket, carrying the lunchbox in the school, picking things up off the floor, just kind of anything that I see that I need help with is kind of what I'm hoping he will kind of step in and help me out. I love that he is a tennis ball guy and that he really enjoys playing with the tennis ball. He is very quick to learn new things, picking up my keys, or my school lanyard I brought in. And, after the first time, he was just like, okay, I got it. I have, as a teacher, you have lots of papers to grade. So I have these giant binder clips and they're metal. And I know some dogs can be a little iffy with the metal in the mouth. And as soon as he realized that he could pick it up, every time, just right away, picking it up. So just the fact that he can pick up on those new commands is going to be really helpful. I might be a little biased because Kerr is my third service dog, but just the fact that the expectations and everything are so high with Canine Companions, I never have any worries about going out into public or, being out somewhere and being afraid that my Canine Companions dog is going to misbehave or act inappropriately. And I really think that says a lot about the expectations and the high standards that Canine Companions has. And I really, really appreciate that, especially being now my third successor dog.
I'm Sarah Gabbard.
And I'm Andrew.
Benton has a lot of sensory needs. He requires a lot of input, and Wabash has been really fantastic these last 2 weeks, kind of meeting some of those needs. We've also seen him kind of be a calming influence when Benton's emotions are running high, which has been really beautiful to see.
He likes to lick me a lot. What else?
Fetch. Likes to play fetch.
He likes to play fetch with me. Like every time I throw ball, he brings it back in. And he always brings it back to or my dad or my mom. I'm like he likes to explore a little.
It's been kind of magical. It feels like a really fantastic fit. And I keep finding myself saying, I don't know how we'll ever repay the gift. It's been pretty great.
No, it's just been amazing to watch. Just his calming efforts and just anything we pretty much hope for. He's the dog that's going to do it. He's been a part of our family already.
So I am Billy Miller, and this is Puff, the second. Yep. So I work for Lancaster City Schools, and I'm at General Sherman Junior High. So I'm with 6th through 8th grade. And I do a lot of SEL groups. I work with a lot of kiddos who have any kind of mental health stuff. So a lot of anxiety, refusal to come to school, crisis in the middle of the day. It could be they just lost somebody in their family or foster placement, just any of those big crises. And those all kind of come to my office. So Puff will definitely be used for kind of just partially just the sitting and letting the kids pet him. We'll definitely use a lot of the cover and the visit and that kind of stuff, just so he's kind of providing that pressure for them. But we also, during our SEL groups, I work with middle school girls, and sometimes they get very self-conscious and they just kind of freeze and they don't want to participate. And then my other girls are kind of staring at them because they're not participating. So we're going to use Puff to help bring some of those kids out of that and help engage them a little bit better. For my school refusal kids, we will be greeting some kiddos at the door. For kids who might just be anxious about coming into the building, having those kids come in and take a tour and have Puff kind of lead that tour so that they get a little bit more comfortable. And the good thing is, like, they know that Puff isn't judging them and Puff loves them no matter what. And so they always have a friend in the building. So Puff is definitely the perfect combination of a personality that we kind of needed in our building. We have 700 kids, so I needed a dog who could kind of keep up with that energy and deal with 700 kids. That can be very loud. So he definitely has his times when he's very clown-like and wants to joke around and play. And then he also has the side where he's very calm and he just wants to cuddle and just love on somebody. So it's just the perfect combination of both sides.
My name is Carson West. I had a spinal cord injury like two and a half years ago. So that's kind of why I'm getting a service dog. So this is Launcher. She helps me like already a lot. She does a lot. She can really like open up doors. She has like a really strong like pull. So like also when like I have to do weight shifts, I tilt back. She can like nudge my elbow to like kind of give me to help me like come back down. She can press the buttons like for the doors for she can do a lot. She can she can also like tug like laundry baskets, open and shut like cabinet doors. She can tug also like sweatshirts and stuff. She can pick stuff up, give them to me. So she's also pretty good at that. But yeah, and she loves doing it too. Like she loves her job. She's pretty proud of that. So she kind of like walks in a rhythm. I don't know. She also like bobs her head when she walks too. She also like munches like in a rhythm too. So like whenever she chews and like eats dinner. Another thing is like when she's on top of things and she's like relaxing, rolling around. She does not know like where the edge of the bed is. So like so there's been a couple of times where she's like pretty close to the edge, but and I already said this, but like she really does love her job. She likes doing a lot of things. She's pretty proud of herself. So yeah, I'm proud of her too. Yeah, she can do a lot. So.
Hi, I'm Colleen Burke, and this is Sly, my facility dog for the Lake County Courthouse. Sly is going to be used to help victims of crimes, young and old, help get them through the court process could be to start with a police interview with detectives to when charges are when a case finally finally goes to trial or the grand jury. He'll help them while they testify. In interviews, it can be a little overwhelming, especially for a younger person or even an older person that's never been through the court system before. He's just basically there to help with their nerves and give them courage and strength to testify. We go through adoptions at probate court. Children are allowed to walk up with him. Kind of a big deal for them. It helps their nerves too, to go up and get adopted, and he's with the families afterwards. We go over to the juvenile detention center every day. He's used as a motivator for the kids over there. If they're good and they don't lose points, they get to see Sly. They'll brush him. We will go to court with them. Some of the kids are there. They could be there 3 weeks, could be there 6 months to 9 months to a year. There's an extensive program in our county. So the kids that are there longer, he will go to their review hearings. He goes to court hearings. He's with children that don't always have a home to go to and have to go to placement. So we help them kind of get through that process. It's when I came down here 11 years ago for the team training, I feel like I left an entirely different, I came home in a different person. Just to see so many people with disabilities and the kids that are autistic and how these dogs help them, and just it gave me the desire to use the tools I was given then to help other people. And my other dog, Atticus, my facility dog, he had such an impact. When he passed away, the county had a ceremony for him, and it was more well attended than a judge's inauguration. It was insane. They were filled on the second floor. They had canine dogs there, police officers. He just helped so many people in so many departments. And I was very blessed, and I know it's going to continue with Sly, to have such great support in my county. And the biggest thing I would have to tell someone that is a facility handler, you better learn that you are second, because nobody says hi to me. It was all about the dog. But it's okay. It's a good thing. You know, a lot of the deputies I worked with when I was at the sheriff's department, when we'd come through security, I'd walk through, good morning, hi, you get down with the dog. It's all about the dog, but he brightens everybody's day. It was such a rewarding experience. I'm doing it again. Oh, really? I know. I feel that way too. I know. You ready to go?
My name is Connor Barge, and this is Hyacinth the Third. Now, Hyacinth will help me kind of in my day-to-day, from retrieving items, opening or closing doors and drawers. If I fall, she will be able to speak, to try to get someone's attention to help me get back up. And that'll be some of the main stuff day-to-day that we will be doing. Well, she is she likes to sleep, so we get back to that room, and she hits that bed and does not like to get up. Does that. She likes the butt scratches, and she likes to play, but it's very short-lived. You got about 5 minutes, and then she's ready to go back to her bed. So once we're in our room, she's kind of done, clocked out. No, my time here for the little over a week I've been here so far, it's gone well. It goes quick. You take in a lot of information, but everyone here is super nice and helpful, and will answer any of the questions we have. I've done multiple little kind of like one-on-one sessions to work on some specific cues. So I find that very helpful. This was my first service dog, so I didn't really know what to expect coming into this. But no, it has been great, and I don't have anything negative to say. It's all been positive. Yeah. You gotta just make them look all pretty. There you go.
Hi everyone, this is Jenny the Fifth, and I am Courtney Bailey. She is my successor dog. Jenny will bring a lot of magic into my life, and by magic I mean she'll help me push open doors, either by push plates or when we get home with her nose. She'll be picking up dropped items, even her leash, which I dropped a lot. So just by dropped items and tugging open doors, and the fridge door at home and my bedroom door shut. Well, she loves me, which I love, because I love her, and she loves playing fetch. She's definitely better at playing fetch than my other dog. Well, and giving it back. So, yeah. Well, between us, are her puppy raisers gonna watch this? Thank you guys. I love you so much, and I don't even really know you yet. Yes.
I am Stacy Duane. Mackenzie Duane is my daughter. She's autistic. This is Jubilee, our new service dog. And we're from Kansas City, and Jubilee will meet our family in Kansas City here pretty soon. She'll be able to help Mackenzie with communication. Mackenzie is mostly nonverbal, and so I think she'll help her prompt her for her to be able eventually to speak loud enough to give her commands and to know that her words matter socially, and an emotional connection with Jubilee. With their connection growing, I'm hoping that she'll socially start to evolve and be able to socialize with the dog more and have confidence to socialize with other individuals more, and then independence, to have the confidence that she'll be able to do things by herself with the dog, with prompting with the dog. It's been amazing. There's little bursts of us seeing Mackenzie in a different way. When she looks at the dog and smiles and getting excited when we talk about Jubilee and bringing her home. And yeah, it's just been really exciting to see them bond together and for her to extend love, because she normally doesn't show people love or emotion. And so when she shows that to Jubilee, it's been amazing to see. She is an A student. She wants to do good. She wants to do the right thing. She's thinking constantly. I can tell those are really good characteristics. And she is cuddly and loving. That shows Mackenzie and how to be with other people and to show emotion and stuff like that. So, yeah.
I am Rich, and this is my service dog, Helix. Helix will make me more independent. She will help my vertigo. She listens to my dino voice very well. Helix. My service dogs are symbol of my independence. So thanks everyone who helped me to get dog.
My name is Rochelle Edel, and this is Mayor. I work as the Director of Victim Services for Morrow County Prosecutor's Office, and Mayor is going to be the first facility dog for the county, and he is going to help with our victims of crime. We have victims of crime from everything from a car getting totaled to some very serious physical crimes. He is going to be a liaison with the court in our drug court programs. And we have had over 300 victim cases just in last year alone. So he is going to have a lot of people to be interacting with. So he'll be busy. So a lot of people that come across our office have never been involved with the court system, have never had a criminal charge, especially when they're victims, they're not sure what to do. I think a lot of time people think that their voices aren't heard and that they are just a victim of crime and they are to accept that. So Mayor is actually going to be the icebreaker for to bridge that gap between law enforcement, the prosecutor's office, and the court. Things are scary, so what's better when things are scary than to come in and have a dog hanging out and they forget I'm there because they're so excited to see the dog. So it's just that nice icebreaker that can start some really hard conversations. He just loves to play, his tail's always wagging, and he is my daughter's new best friend. So this is a totally different side for me. I come from a criminal justice side. I was a probation officer for 12 years. So to come down here on the other reverse side of helping with victims in the court the past year, it's been truly eye-opening. And then to be able to come down here and work with these trainers that literally do not give up on any of us. They work us through every issue. These dogs, I don't think these dogs could be matched any better. These guys are amazing, and I have learned so much, and I'm so grateful to even have this experience and to bring this back to such a rural county that has never had something like this before.
Cool. I'm Trevor,
And this is my successor service dog, Wild the Second. I had a service dog that passed away a couple weeks ago. And when I needed to pick things up off the floor or even just have a dog to pet and hang out with, I really miss that. So I'm looking forward to having the ability to be independent again, get things again, and then also have the companionship of a dog in the house. I like that he has a little bit of a goofy side. And he's fun when we play fetch and he rubs up against me and loves on me. Because we weren't that close right away. But now that we've been working together for a while, he really is quite happy with that. This organization has changed my life so much. From giving me my first service dog and allowing me to be independent, and now giving me Wild to be able to be independent again.
Alright, hi everyone. I am the last thing standing between you and leaving, so I'm going to cut this a little shorter than I initially meant to. So thank you all for joining us here on our wet and rainy North Central campus today. I'm Carolyn Odom, and I have the distinct honor of turning in Mojo the Fourth today. As mentioned earlier, I co-raised Mojo with Christy Scott Bartman and with Michael Patterson at the Southeastern Correctional Institution down in Lancaster. Michael and Brian Tevis, Lancaster's handler, were unable to join us here today, so we had a little mini matriculation on October 20th down at the prison. And it was a very condensed version of everything that we've got here today. It was full of tears and laughter, and for those of you who haven't seen it, NBC4 was there and did a little video on the event. Absolutely fantastic. Go to the NBC4 website and you can see a little bit more about what that prison program looks like. First off, congratulations to the graduates. You guys have made some truly, you guys have made some truly lifelong friendships here today and over the last 2 weeks of team training. I know you're exhausted and very excited to be going home with the best prize of all. And to my fellow puppy raisers saying goodbye today, just look around at all the love and joy in this room and know that you made that possible. We've spoken a lot today about gratitude, and especially with Thanksgiving coming around the corner, I just wanted to share a few reasons looking around this room to be thankful. Hey buddy, sit. Good boy. I'm thankful to the Canine Companions staff who answer our emails and our phone calls at all hours of the day and night. Suzanne, wherever you are, thank you. I'm thankful to all of our volunteers, our donors, our community partners who so generously give up their time and their money so that we can do the parts that we can do. I'm thankful for the trainers and the kennel staff who love on our puppies. And I know that when we say goodbye in just a few short minutes, man, Adrena, I told you I wasn't going to cry today. I really thought I was going to make it. It's okay. You know, for how hard it's going to be for us to turn over the leashes in the kennels in just a few short minutes, we know that they are going to the trainers and kennel staff who are going to love on them every step of the way and who are going to cry their own tears when the dogs go on to the next stages of their journey. I'm thankful to Michael Patterson, Brian Tevis, Sarge, the whole team at Southeastern Correctional for all of the work that you put in here and navigating the logistics of puppy raising in a prison setting. And then you came back and asked for more puppies. So thank you. I am thankful for the supportive community of the puppy raising friends. I've been puppy raising for 12 years now, and it's just incredible the community that we have built. And so ultimately, I'm thankful to the graduates. You're a reason why, right? Everybody in this room here today is here because of you guys. And you're why we do the three potty breaks. It's why we deal with the shark teeth. It's why we deal with the dreaded puppy the puppy tummy troubles. It's why our houses are never clean, but our hearts are always full. So this minute right here, it means everything, and I'm so deeply, deeply grateful that we get to share it with you. So I encourage all of you, as you leave today, to think about what today means to you, what Canine Companions means to you, and what gratitude means to you throughout Thanksgiving and the holiday season. And in the words of Michael Mojo's handler, when he was saying goodbye at our ceremony, you're gonna be good, show up, and show out. So before I let everybody go, I've just got a few housekeeping notes. First off, puppy raisers and matriculating puppies, please stay in your seats. You're gonna meet with the trainers in a minute. And we ask that you return the puppies over to the kennels at the Canine Schultz Center, the Schultz Canine Center, by 3 p.m. No running off to Canada, please. For everyone, when you exit the parking lot, please go counterclockwise so everybody's driving out the loop in the same direction. No surprises, no accidents. Matt Levering, in the back there, he's our Director of Philanthropy. He will be standing over by the fireplace in the great room right after if anybody wants to tour our campus. And then don't forget to head over to the Hearts and Heroes Hall. You can check out all of our swag, including those new Snoopy t-shirts. All right, everyone, graduates, it's time to start your new lives with your new best friends. So everybody, let's stay in your seats or rise if you are able while we have a celebratory clap out for the graduating class of 2025. Woo!